Hare Krishna devotees. Make 2 columns here. All Matajis, Prabhujis move forward so that whoever come later they can add behind. Hare Krishna devotees, we are very fortunate to have His Holiness Sankarshan Das Adhikari Maharaj. He is a senior disciple of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and an initiating guru within ISKCON. He has been practicing Krishna conscious for more than 50 years. He runs a popular e-course on the Bhagavad Gita and daily Thought for the Day email newsletter featuring realization, scriptural references and candid question and answers. The newsletter, written on the road or from the various places around the world, has over 27,000 subscribers worldwide. With that, we will welcome Maharaj by loudly chanting one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Over to you, Maharaj.
Thank you very much. What's the timing for the, it goes till 1 o'clock, the lecture?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Grivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Grivaradari Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Grivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Grivaradari Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Balaba Girivaradari Gopi Jana Balaba Girivaradari Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Jayam Vishnu Panvanamaham Zabadiva Jakacharanja Astatarazavishi Shimad His Divine Jai Shila A.C. Bhakti Vadantrati Dandi Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Iskan Pandavacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Bhatita Pavana Savior the Fallen Souls Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada flooding the whole material world with a tidal wave of super ecstatic Krishna Prema Ki Jai Jayom Vishnu Panvanamaham Zabadiva Jakacharanja Ashtadharajadashi Shimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Navadip Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mayi Ki Jai Jamuna Mayi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tusi Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Gora Premananda All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to His Divine Grace. Srila Prabhupada Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Svaminiti Namane Namaste Sarasvate Devi Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashchachadesha Tarine. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 3, text number 21. Bhagavad Gita 3:21. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yajnana Charati Shreshtas Tattadevi Tarojana Sayat Pramanam Kurute Lokastadnanuvartate Yajnana Charati Shreshtas Tattadevi Tarojana Sayat Pramanam Kurute Lokastadnanuvartate Yajnadar Charati Shreshtas Tattare Vetarojana Sayat Pramanam Kurute Lokastadnanuvartate Yat whatever Acharati, he does. Shrestha, a respectable leader. Tat, that. Tat, and that alone. Eva, certainly. Itara, common. Jana, person. Sa, he. Yat, whichever. Pramanam, example. Kurute, does perform. Loka, all the world. Tat, that. Anuvartate, follows in the footsteps. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivajrakacharya Astitarajadashi Shrimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Dandi Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Purport. People in general always require a leader who can teach the public by practical example. A leader cannot teach the public to stop smoking if he himself smokes. Lord Chaitanya said that a teacher should behave properly before he begins teaching. When it teaches in that way, it's called acharya, or the ideal teacher. Therefore, a teacher must follow the principles of Shastra, scripture, to teach the common man. The teacher cannot manufacture rules against the principles of revealed scriptures. The revealed scriptures like Manu Samhita and similar others are considered the standard books to be followed by human society. Thus, the leader's teaching should be based on the principles of such standard shastras. One who desires to improve himself must follow the standard rules as they are practiced by the great teachers. The Srimad Bhagavatam also affirms that one should follow in the footsteps of great devotees, and that is the way of progress on the path of spiritual realization. The king or the executive head of the state, the father and the school teacher are all considered to be natural leaders of the innocent people in general. All such natural leaders have a great responsibility to their dependents. Therefore, they must be conversant with standard books of moral and spiritual codes. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jata Bhadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sujivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Svaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschanya Deshatarine. So, an outsider may ask, why are you studying this book, Bhagavad Gita? What's the purpose? Why not read the newspaper? Why read Bhagavad Gita? Well, these are not ordinary words. These are the words of the Supreme Person, the source of all existence. These words are not based on mental speculation or so-called scientific knowledge. These words are spoken by the Supreme Owner, the Supreme Controller, the Supreme Knower. Just like when you get a piece of equipment, you speculate how to use it, or you follow the owner's manual. What do? You speculate? No, you follow the owner's manual. If you speculate, you may end up with some big problems, you see. Well, here's a nice oven. Maybe I can use it, I can put my kid in to take a nap. Open the door, put my baby in there to take a nap inside the oven, you see. You wouldn't do that, would you? You mothers, you wouldn't put your baby inside the oven, would you? No. That's speculation. You have to follow the owner's manual, you see. So the owner of everything is Krishna. Everything is going on is under his direction. So if you follow the owner's manual, Bhagavad Gita, of course there's many owner's manuals. This is the introductory manual, Bhagavad Gita, the introductory. If you follow this manual, then you get an amazing, amazing result. Just like you get some nice products out of your oven. We just cooked the Sunday feast day, you see. Yeah, it'll come on without making a mess. Try it. So, then what is the instructions in the owner's manual? That's the question. We understand we need to follow the owner's manual, so how do you follow it then? Now, if you don't follow it correctly, you may be in big trouble, you see. So we have to understand what is the actual instructions given by Krishna, so you can actually do it. Now, if you don't follow the instructions, you won't get the result. What is it saying in Sanskrit? Palena parachiyate. Something is judged by its result. So if you actually follow the teachings here in the Bhagavad Gita, you get an amazing, amazing result. You can actually become an ideal teacher. We need such ideal teachers. Prabhupada, we saw what an amazing thing. What an impact he had on the world, you see. 40 rupees, an old man who had 2 heart attacks, and he completely launched a huge revolution that's taking over the world. Can you imagine? Taking on the world with 40 rupees. Now here's 40 rupees, go take over the world. That's called acharya, you see. What does Krishna say? Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standard he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. You may say, why they're not doing it? We're only a small handful. What's the percentage of Hare Krishna people compared to the general population? Anybody done the math on that? The population of people who are strictly following Prabhupada's teaching, I'm not talking about congregation, those who are strictly following Prabhupada. Initiated, following all the vows strictly, 16 rounds, no illicit sex, no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling. What's their percentage to the world population? How Krishna can say all the world pursues? Is Krishna wrong? No, he couldn't be wrong, but that means that all the world will pursue it. It's actually predicted. What is that verse? Sajjana darjana pangu, jada anagana, premadvanyaya duvala, jagatita jana. This Krishna consciousness movement is an inundation. It'll inundate the entire world and will do what? It'll drown everyone. It's a huge tidal wave. Tsunami, right? A maha tsunami. It's going to drown the whole universe, actually. Everybody, whether you're Sajjana, a pious man, Durjana, one of those rascals, engaged in all kinds of sinful activities, one of those Jagai and Badai characters. You see, the Durjanas. Whether you're Sajjana, Durjana, whether you're lame, going in a wheelchair, invalid or blind, if you can't even see, walking around with a cane, Everybody will be inundated. So, wow. Do you realize we're sitting in the most amazing moment in world history right now? Each one, every one of us here. On June 16th, 2024. We're sitting in a very, very special time in world history, you see. We're right on the leading edge of a tsunami that's going to flood the whole world. So how's it going to do that? Well, how's it going to happen? Well, my dear ladies and gentlemen and kids, if you want it to happen, you got to be an acharya. Me, an acharya? Yes. You must become acharya. You also must become acharya. You also, little girl, you must become acharya. We have to become strictly tuned in to Prabhupada. Exactly what he's saying. Not, well, a little bit, you know. Little Maya, little Krishna, you know, mix it up and go, no. We have to strictly connect ourselves with Prabhupada. You know what he told me? He said, all Matara Zaira, in a letter, A.C. wrote to Sankarshan Das Brahmachari, he said, all Matara Zaira 0. Woo. Not even a little bit can I have Prabhupada? A little bit, you know, just a little teeny bit is not all right. No, all but 0. Got to knock it all out. No lust, no anger, no greed, no attachment, no envy. Finished. He said, wow. Help me, Prabhupada. You see? But that's what it takes, my dear listeners. If we're actually going to pull off what's described here, all the world pursues, we have to come to that level. You see? What about Austin? One could ask. Or Greater Austin, including Cedar Park. You see? What about that? What did Prabhupada tell me? He said, he ordered me make our Austin Center a grand success. He didn't say Alabama or California. He said Austin Center. Prabhupada specifically said Austin. So that's us. So he told me, I've been ordered by Prabhupada, make our Austin Center a grand success. So that's Center with an S now. My duty is to do everything I can to make your center a grand success. You're part of the Austin. You see? So I'm asking you all, please let us work together as a team. All the Austin centers, you see. We must work together, Austin area, you know, Round Rock, the whole Austin area. We have to work together as a team to make this Austin, ISKCON Austin, a grand success. And what does grand success mean? Anybody have any idea what grand success? That means everybody in Austin has become a devotee. The meat eaters, the rapists. Even there was a murder in Round Rock last night, 2 murders, he said. Even the murderers, the Jayaga guys, we have to make everybody Krishna conscious, he said. Everybody. So that means, how are we going to do that? We have to become, whatever standard he sets by exemplary acts. So we have to analyze, is everything I'm doing an exemplary act the whole world can pursue? What about, you know, right now, or what about tonight, or about tomorrow morning? We must be our own psychologists, our own psychiatrists. You must analyze everything I'm doing. Is what I'm doing, how about what I'm thinking about? Whoa. What's going on in the brain, you see? It's not only what you do, it's what you think, because what you think is what you end up doing, you see. There's thinking, feeling, willing, and acting. Whatever you think about, you're thinking about it enough, you're going to feel like doing it, right? And once you feel like doing it, you're going to decide, yes, I must do it, and you'll do it. You see. It all begins with the thinking. Thinking, feeling, willing, and acting. You kids have to learn this too. You understand? You understand these points? Yes, yes, yes. Not just yes, 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 Gurudev, but yes, but in the heart. You see. So each one of us here in this room here, on Father's Day here, you see, we have to think, feel, will, and act in such a way that we're setting an ideal example for the whole universe, or the whole multi-universes, all the world. It's interesting, the term is Jagat. What is it referred to? This planet, actually, we usually translate it as the whole universe, Jagat Guru, the spiritual master of the whole universe. But actually, it can actually expand the whole material existence. The supreme Jagat is the whole material existence, you see. So we can actually have an impact not only in this planet, but the whole universe, even the whole material existence, you see. And it's actually stated in the Itihasa Samuchaya, you see. One understands that he's, after many, many births, who understands that I'm the eternal servant of Vasudeva, he can deliver all the worlds. All the worlds? Little old me? But that's stated in the scriptures. Itihasa samuchaya, it's right there in Prabhupada's purport. If you actually understand that I am the eternal servant of Krishna Vasudeva, if you actually, that becomes fully manifest, not just slightly or not even 99.999999999%. If you 100% realize your actual identity is the eternal servant of Krishna, you can deliver all the worlds. You don't have to be a sannyasi, you don't have to be an initiating guru, you don't have to be a male or a female. If you have that realization, I'm the eternal servant of Vasudeva, you will be empowered by Krishna to completely revolutionize the whole material existence. So this is what we're talking about. This is the potency of Krishna consciousness. So you can take it full, you can take it halfway, it's up to you. How much do you want to take it? Well, I think I'm ready for 30%. How much do you want to take it? It's up to you. Nobody can force you. It's your own choice. You see. Somebody said, well, it's not really my fault, Gurudev, because, I'm influenced by other things. I want to be a pure devotee, but other influences are acting on me. No. You can't give an excuse. I'm influenced by other. It's up to you. You see. It's up to you whether you want to be a pure devotee or not. You can't blame, my schoolmates or, my job, the atmosphere of my work. You can't blame any external influence. It's completely up to you if you want to be a pure devotee or not, you see. So, we have to get out of Maya, what can I say? Here we are, all in Maya, isn't it? We're all in Maya. We're still holding on to those material attachments. It's a little embarrassing, isn't it? But it's a fact, we're holding on to material attachments. If we weren't, the proof is, if we weren't holding on to material attachments, the whole world would follow our example. They'd all be devotees. The proof that we're still in Maya is the whole world is not Krishna conscious. Well, we have to just admit it, I'm not a pure devotee yet. But we have to have that desire to become pure devotees. That should be a burning desire, you see. We see this example in our great acharyas, you see, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He's a pure devotee, but being very kind upon us poor souls who have all the material attachments. He's giving so many nice songs to help us get out of Maya. You know that song, Kabbe Habbe Bolo Sedi? Very nice song. Kabbe Habbe Bolo Sedi Namar. When will that day be mine? When ma kaparada Gucci, Shudaname Ruchi, Kriba Bole Hambe Hridoya Sanchar. When my offenses ceasing, taste for the name increasing, when in my heart will your mercy shine? Kambe Habe Bolo Sedi Nama. When will that day be mine? So he's showing us how we should be feeling, you see. Right now I'm chanting japa, but I'm committing so many aparads, inattention, so many things. Disobeying the order of the spiritual master, there's 10 offenses, We're here, we are nam-aparadis in so many ways. It's embarrassing, we have to admit it, yes, I'm a nam-aparadi. Let's admit it, yeah, we're nam-aparadis, we're not purely chanting. But Bhaktivinoda is showing us what our mood should be, hankering. Kabe habe bolo sedi, when will that day be mine? And then he continues, lower than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. When will my mind attain this quality? Respectful to all, not expecting their honor. Then shall I taste the name's nectar sublime. What a wonderful instruction, you see. He's giving us the same thing we get in the Sikshastakam, you see. Offering all respect to others without expecting any respect for ourselves. Someone's rude to me, well, I'm going to be rude back, right? I'm going to get them, yeah. They're rude to me, I'll be rude back, yeah. It's like a dog. We have to learn to respect those who disrespect us. You may be very rude to me, that's all right. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. That's one of the things. We have to learn how to be respectful to all. Great wealth or followers, feminine beauty, I won't care for them or the comforts of my body. You see? We shouldn't be enamored by the opposite sex or by power or money, any of these things. This is called greed or lust. You see? We have to learn to become completely free from these things. And what is the result? What's the benefit? Well, Bhaktivinoda also points out in another song, Gai Gaur Madhur Svare. He says, Bhaktivinoda Upadash Ekbar Namra Se Matare. He says, just once relish the nectar of the name. That's the instruction he gives, just once. Say, just once? Oh, I certainly relish it. Why am I here at the program? Why does he say just once? Well, I can give you the insider secret, my dear listeners. If you actually fully relish the nectar of the name, all material desires will finish, you see. So I'm only getting a partial taste right now, that's the problem. I'm getting some taste, that's why I'm here at the program, right? But he says, just once relish it. What he really means is really, really relishing the name. Because when you really relish the name, you know what will happen? Krishna becomes manifest. You're going to see Krishna face to face. Right now we're seeing the deity, and it's very nice. But just and I was with Prabhupada in '75 in Atlanta. I can never forget that day. You see. Actually, I came a day late, but the day before I heard the tape. I was there with him the next day when he's looking at the deities. He was seeing the deity, and I was seeing the deities. He was seeing Gauranatai standing there. But on his arrival address is really amazing. I don't know if you've heard the tape, but Prabhupada said, Lord Chaitanya have appeared in Atlanta. Then he explained that Krishna made a condition. First you must surrender, but Lord Chaitanya makes no such condition. Then Prabhupada, he went into his emotions, he couldn't speak. He had to stop the luxuries. He became overwhelmed with loving emotions, seeing Gauranatai standing there. You see. It's amazing. You should listen to that recording, MP3. Amazing, amazing. Prabhupada's arrival address in '75 in Atlanta. Go on your MP3 collection, hear that one. It's really an amazing, amazing lecture. Prabhupada chokes up with emotion. He's choked up with emotion. Because Prabhupada is actually experiencing Krishna. And he told us that we can also. In fact, Prabhupada over to me, he said, now you must become qualified to see Krishna face to face. So that day, we can hanker for that day. You see. But I can actually relish, I can taste the full nectar of the name, and Krishna becomes manifest. Not only you see Krishna, but everybody, Radharani will be there, the gopis, the gopas, the cows, the peacocks, Govardhan, all the leelas, everything, when you experience Krishna in full, everything becomes manifest to you. So, that's why Prabhupada told us in '71 in the Ratha Yatra. Even if you can't read it, he said, we have so many books, but if you can't read the books, just chant Hare Krishna. You see, that's not an excuse not to read the books, but this was the general public, he told them. Because the fact is, if you can chant Hare Krishna purely, everything becomes manifest. All the Vedic wisdom, everything becomes manifest. But it doesn't mean, oh, no, I'm not going to read it, I'll just chant. But the thing is, we're not chanting 24 hours. So read the books. You see? Read the books, because these books will help us understand why I must chant, and why I must chant purely. You see? So there's no difficulty at all. The trouble is we make it difficult. There's no difficulty to become Krishna's pure devotees, but we make it difficult. You understand these points? It's by our own stupidity, we make it difficult. We have to stop being so stupid and so asinine, like asses. I like that word, asinine. Because Prabhupada talked about the foolish like the ass. They put the carrot in front of him, right? And he's going all day for the carrot and thinking, maybe he gets a little grass at the end of the day, but he's taking a huge, huge burden on the back, thinking, if I don't work for this master, I will starve. But all the grass is growing everywhere on both sides of the road, but he's working so hard like an ass. Is it? So we shouldn't be like the foolish ass running after so-called material happiness. Is it? There actually is no happiness in the material world. we think is happy, like the Maharaj in the desert. Running, get that degree, get that job, get that promotion, get that nice house out there in, what's it called, Cedar Park, right? I gotta have this, I gotta have that, running. Will it make you happy? No. We're not against the houses in Cedar Park. What is Bhaktivinoda? Grihe tako vanekata sadhari bole doko. We're living in those nice Cedar Park homes, grihe tako. We're living as a mendicant out there in the forest. Vane tako. Doesn't matter. Just chant Hare Krishna. You can be a millionaire or a beggar on the street. Now we have the beggars now in Austin too. All the homeless living on the side of I-35 in little tents or living under a grocery cart or whatever. Doesn't matter what your position is, you see. If you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, your life becomes sublime. I had a realization lately about this. Isn't it we feel confused sometimes? Does anybody ever feel confused? Yeah, I get it. Arjuna was also confused, so don't feel bad. Arjuna was also confused. What should I do? I'm confused. So you're in good company with Arjuna. But what I realize is, well, when in doubt, if you're confused, what should I think right now in this situation? What should I say in this situation? What should I do? I don't know what to think about. I don't know what to say. I just don't know. I'm bewildered what I should think, what I should say, what I should do, and there's no difficulty. When in doubt, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. What about at the office? Well, you can chant silently, very quietly, Hare Krishna. What about in your family life with your husband or your wife or your kids or your parents or whatever? In every situation, that's always there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Is there any such thing as chanting too much? There's no such thing as chanting too much. Well, I did my 16, finished. Or my 8, finished. No. There's no such thing as chanting too much. So don't be afraid I'll chant Hare Krishna too much. Don't be scared I'm going to chant too much. There's no such thing as chanting too much, you see. No such thing, you see. I forget, Prabhupada gave some number of how, but oh yeah, there was people in Vrindavan, this was 50 years ago, were chanting 120 rounds a day. Don't feel bad. If you don't worry about chanting too much. There's no such thing as chanting too much. No such thing. We should always feel I'm not chanting enough. That's what we should always feel. I'm not chanting enough. You see, that's what we should really be feeling. I'm not chanting enough. Well, but I get bored by chanting Hare Krishna. I find it boring after a while. I got to get my rounds done so I can do this. I can do. That's the trouble. Get those rounds finished. Got them done, thank God. That's the problem, you see. We're not getting the taste because they're committing offenses. But it is said, offenses make fences that block you from the nectar. Like the Great Wall, it's called the famous Great Wall of China, right? The Great Wall that blocks me from the nectar of the name is my offenses. So we have to learn how to become free from offenses. What's the first one? To blaspheme those devotees who have dedicated their lives to propagating the holy name. The first thing, it's amazing, the first principle of chanting purely is your relationship with devotees. So we have to be really careful. How am I associating with devotees? You see, because that's the first offense. That will block you immediately from the nectar. Am I acting in a respectful way? I'm always in the mood of being respectful to devotees. Or I get rude. Sometimes get rude. So we have to learn, that's the very first principle, how to always be respectful to devotees. Actually, just think about this. See, the trouble is we take devotees for granted. You see. But as it's saying, familiarity breeds contempt, right? You take them for granted. But just imagine if you're on your deathbed, and you serve with some devotee for so many years, there's arguments sometimes, and anger flares up. What happens if You're with that devotee now, you're leaving your body. That would be the mood then. You would think, oh, this devotee helped me in so many ways. Served me and helped me to facilitate my Krishna consciousness. Sacrificed so much to help me become Krishna conscious and help me to preach also. So we have, what is that saying? Every cloud has a silver lining. You always have to see the bright side. You see, the devotee sees the bright side. He ignores the bad side and looks for the good side. What is that saying? Look for the good in others and look for the faults in yourself. And that's the key. If you want to learn how to associate with the Vaishnavas and get the full benefit of Vaishnava Sangha, always look for your own faults. You should all be heavy-duty fault finders with yourself, not with the others, you see. Look for the glories of the devotees and the faults in yourself. That's the austerities of being a spiritual master. Your duty is to look for the faults in others. But that's an austerity, actually. The spiritual master actually wants to see the good qualities in everyone. He doesn't want to see their faults. This is duty, like the doctor, right? Doctor has to see the disease. Any doctors besides Kirvani here? Any other doctors here? You're a doctor also? Any other doctors, MDs? The doctor's duty is to see what the disease is, you see. So the guru outside of that authority is looking at the disease in the disciple. But actually the spiritual master doesn't want to do that. It's just an austerity he has to do. Look for the faults in others. So the real thing is we should always see the good in others and see the faults in ourselves. And if somebody's always finding fault with us, we should take that as the greatest blessing. You see, they say the flatterer is the worst enemy and the fault finder is the best friend. So find some devotees that find fault with you and take shelter of their association. They're the best friends. Those who find fault with me are the best friends, you see. So, does anybody have any questions? We have a few minutes left. Any arguments? Anyone want to correct me at any points? I have to admit them. Yes?
If you look at the purport, Krishna says, Yad Yadacharati Sreshta.
Microphone, okay.
Yeah. So Gurudev, in the purport, Krishna says, Yad Yadacharati Sreshta. So he's talking about only the leaders, like how the leaders do, the common men follow. So how about the devotees, like who are common men? So does it help anybody else?
Should a devotee should a devotee be a leader?
So is the devotee, like Krishna talking about the leaders, when the leaders do something, other people follow? But like for example...
Every devotee should be a leader. Every devotee. You know in Vrindavan, the little Saraswati, Shama Sundar and Naladi's daughter, you know that story?
No.
Little tiny girl, maybe older, younger than you. A little tiny girl, much younger than you, even younger than him, you see. Little tiny girl in Vrindavan, she'd go up to some Hindu gentleman and she would say, do you know who is Krishna? The Supreme Personality of God. So it's not that you have to be, 10 years old or 15 years old to become a preacher. The little kid is learning how to talk, he can become a preacher. You see. So preacher means leader. In the Vedic culture, right, you have the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras. The Shudras are the worker class, the Vaishyas are the farming and mercantile class, the Kshatriyas the military class, the Brahmins are the spiritual teachers. Who's the actual leader? The Kshatriyas? No. The Brahmins, the teachers of bhakti, they are the leaders of the society. So everybody should be a leader. Everyone should become the world leader by preaching Krishna bhakti.
So whosoever...
I even have that website, worldleader.com. I own that domain. Worldleader.com. Every Vaishnava should be the leader of the world. Every Vaishnava should become world leader by preaching Krishna bhakti. You should become world leader, you see. Every devotee, you should become world leader, you see, by preaching Krishna bhakti. The Brahmins are the world leaders. So everyone in this room, you should all become the world leaders. Every one of you. Because you know who is God, so go out and enlighten the world who is God in the science of devotion. Yes?
And Gurudev, whosoever is not preaching, but they are following the principles...
Then they're preaching by their example. And if you're not giving lectures, everyone who's following this process without strictly following the instructions given by Prabhupada, you're the world leader. Because you're teaching by your example. Acharya means one who teaches by example, you see. Words, what does it say? Talk is cheap. What speaks the loudest is example, you see. What does it say? What does the verse say? Whatever standard he sets by exemplary acts. Doesn't say by his preaching. This talks about what he does, not what he says. This refers to what he performs and what he acts. That leads the whole world. You see. So it's not the one who gives the fancy lectures, the fancy slokas and examples, big, a few jokes here and there to keep everybody's attention or whatever. No, the one who sets the ideal example. He's the world leader. You see. So you all can be world leaders, little kids also. Be example. Be example. So be an example, and you're actually qualified to lead the world. Krishna is God. If you're bowing down to the deities and your heart and soul is into it, you're the world leader. You're showing the whole world by your example how to be Krishna conscious. Anything else? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Thank you for the nice class. Maharaj, I have a question. When we do the Nama Bhasha, Nama Aparat or Nama Bhasha, how do I measure that, I am in Nama Bhasha, that offenselessly chanting, or I am still in the
How do you know you're getting past the Aparat stage?
Yeah.
It's very simple. You're tasting the nectar. When you get beyond Nama Aparat, the nectar becomes so sweet, you just don't want to stop chanting. Better than mango ice cream. Or even better than sex. The number one pleasure in the material world, you see. They're running on sex. But who needs sex when I get the holy names? This is better than sex, you see. When you're actually tasting, and then you know you're making some progress. You taste the sweetest nectar by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Isn't it? Isn't that a fact? Yeah. Confirmed. He confirmed it. Confirmed my answer. Any other questions? What about you kids? Yeah.
Maharaj, this is in the 3rd chapter of Krishna book. I have a question. So, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that his appearance, birth and activities are all transcendental, and that one who understands them factually become immediately eligible to transfer to the spiritual world.
Yes.
Can you throw some light on it?
When it actually becomes Krishna conscious, they actually achieve the spiritual world even before leaving their body. You see, it's very good for the neophyte to think, yes, I got to qualify myself to go back to Godhead. But when he's actually a pure devotee, he doesn't even think about going back to Godhead because he's already back to Godhead. He's seeing Krishna face to face. He doesn't think, when can I go back to Godhead? He's already back to Godhead within his heart. He's already experienced all the pastimes. Krishna can talk to him directly. He doesn't need to think, when can I go back to Godhead? He's always back to home, back to Godhead within his heart. So does that answer the question?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah. Anything else what about the Maharajis or the kids? Any questions? Everybody's ready now to become pure devotees, empowered Vaishnavis or Vaishnavas? Yes.
Yad yad acharati sreshtas tattad evitarojana sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. The first, how do you, in our acharana, whatever we are practicing, how do you start realizing that your practice is the ideal or the best practice?
Well, how do you know you're actually making progress? The same answer as him. You actually taste the nectar. And actually, one thing is if you see they're inspiring the devotees, that's one way. That by your preaching, by your example, the devotees becoming inspired. That's another way you can know you're making progress. If you can actually make devotees, go out to if you can make somebody a devotee, then you're making some progress also. And the other thing too, when you actually taste the nectar, you see, those who are Krishna conscious, they can spark off a global spiritual revolution actually. By their example, so many people. So we can go out and preach and test. Go out and find a way to distribute books or to invite people to your home and have programs. In other words, you can actually test your own progress by seeing how much you're empowered to deliver others. So preach and see what the result is. That way you can see what is the level of my advancement, by how much you can inspire others to take up the path. That's one way. Preach, preach, peace, Prabhupada said. Preach to the world. You know what he told us? He said, become guru, deliver the whole world. It's like, okay, go wash the dishes, and now go out and deliver the whole world. Prabhupada. Actually, the Indians hadn't joined. It's kind of interesting. When we joined, it was all in the beginning in America, just hippies. The hippies became happies. Prabhupada attracted all the hippies. They were rejecting the culture. Their parents looked for something better, and now A.C. Bhaktivedanta showed them something better than this American culture. And then in those days, if an Indian came to a program, wow, amazing. And now if an American comes, wow, it's amazing, an American came. But at the beginning, you know how the Indians got attracted? Prabhupada took his Americans to India, and they were chanting and dancing. And all the Indians wanted to become Westernized, Westernization, ki chai, And they saw these Westerners are chanting and dancing in ecstasy. Maybe it's pretty good. So the Indians got attracted and saw the Westerners were chanting and dancing in ecstasy. So now we got all these Indians, so now we got to make a second wave of Westerners. You see, that's what I'm hoping for, a second wave of Westerners coming. You see. That's my prayer. Let there be a second wave of Westerners, because when that happens, we have all these Indians and the Westerners get into it. Now we have it in Eastern Europe. I go to Lithuania, there it's all Westerners. Now I'm really inspired preaching in Lithuania, Latvia, Bulgaria, Estonia. I'm going there on my world tour. Me and Maharaj are going there soon. It's very enlivening. Eastern Europe, the Westerners are taking to it there very enthusiastically. Very, very enthusiastically. But I want to see that in America now. That's my desire. I'm dreaming for that day when the Westerners, American Westerners, will take it in mass. So we can fill up, what is it called? The Texas Stadium, right? And we can fill Texas Stadium with Westerners chanting. But how's it hold? 30,000 people? That's my desire. We can get Texas Stadium packed with Westerners. I'm praying for that day. I'm praying for that day.
Today's song.
Huh?
Today you wrote the beautiful song that will make it happen.
Oh, a song. Oh, yeah, I wrote a poem today.
Yeah, very nice poem. That will make it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a poem. You want to read that poem? Yeah. This is a poem of somebody's hankering, trying to be Krishna conscious in the middle of all the chaos.
Kali Yuga's all around me with its fire raging. Lust, anger and greed, everyone it's now engaging. I am tossed now, helter skelter, wondering where I will find shelter. Though burning in my brain, I have got a song now that keeps me sane. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare.
Yeah, we're actually burning, and there's a forest fire now. It's called Kali Yuga, and we're all being burned in that forest fire, you see. Our brains are burning. We're all being burned alive in this forest fire. But they have this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We should put out the flames and bring us to a cool-headed position where we can actually experience Krishna's mercy at every minute. One realization I've had is we have to, actually, Krishna is unlimitedly merciful to each and every one of us at every minute. Krishna is giving unlimited mercy to every living entity at every minute. So we have to learn, it's through the loving hand of Krishna in every situation we find ourselves. And just like Kunti was praying, she was finding that difficulties were the time she was most Krishna conscious. When there was difficulties, she was praying for more difficulties. Give me more difficulties, my Lord. So how many of us ever face any difficulties? Anybody have difficulties? We all go through difficulty, even the kids at school or the parents in their job or whatever, our health difficulties. What to speak, a 77-year-old body is going wrong in every way. Somebody asked me how I was doing. I said, I'm going to bore you with my whole list. This is going wrong, that's going. I have a huge list of things going wrong with the 77-year-old body. I don't want to bore you with my long list. How are you? This reminds me when I was in drama. I used to be a student at, what's it called, UT? I was a UT student in the drama department. And one day in the hall, somebody said, how are you? And I said, I'm depressed. They said, don't say that. You have to put up the mask, right? Fine, fine. Actually, I feel like hell, but fine, fine, fine. You have to keep up the mask, right? Keep up the what's it called? The mask. Keep up the, I don't know if there's a name for it. Keep up the show bottle. Fine, fine, fine. The thing is, if I tell you I'm depressed, then you have to think, boy, I must be depressed also. And they don't want to face it. Nobody wants to face the fact they're actually miserable. They want to think, I'm happy. This is called Maya Sukhaya. Everybody thinks I'm fine, I'm happy. This is an illusion. There's no such thing as happiness in the material world. Happiness, don't understand it, happiness does not exist in this material world. For kids, middle-aged, old, there's no happiness here. Zero. If you think you're happy here, you're an illusion. It's the mirage in the desert, you see. The only happiness is when you revive your loving relationship with that all-powerful, all-beautiful, all-renounced, all-wealthy, and famous white person. What's his name? Krishna. That's when you become happy. You understand these points? There's no happiness in material life. I don't care if you have a nice home here in Cedar Park, a nice, well-paying job, and 2 wonderful cars in your garage. There's no happiness here, you see. There is no happiness in this material world. Take it as fact. There is no happiness here. So you want happiness? Get out of the illusion. Come back to your eternal relationship with that amazing person who's standing in the bank of Keshi Ghat, playing the 5th note on his flute, driving the gopis into madness. The 5th note. Oh. You know that sloka from Rupa Goswami? If I can remember it. Smedam Bhagasi. Priyasayam Krishna Sarachari Korakshata Talindas Tataham Sarada Tadima Uttaman Sakam Tatatyanta Kela Marzi Murala Panchamurishe Manovalan Kalindi Vipanayas Priyayati. Krishna, Radharani met Krishna again at Kurukshetra. And she was talking to one of her gopi girlfriends. She said, my dear gopi girlfriend, now I'm here in Kurukshetra with my Krishna. That's very nice, but still I want to go back to the Jamuna and hear him playing the 5th note on his flute in that forest of Vrindavan. That's what I really want, you see. So I see he's playing the flute here today, you see. That's just a statue. Krishna is actually here playing the flute. So let us hanker for that day when I actually hear, I can walk into this temple and actually hear the flute playing, you see. That's called pure bhakti, prema bhakti. Imagine I could walk into the temple room and actually hear him playing the 5th note on the flute, you see. He's actually playing it, but we're so covered by lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion. Oh, there's a deity with a flute. The deity has a flute in his hand, you see. But Prabhupada can actually hear the flute playing, you see. So let's come to that level, you see. Why don't we come to that level? Stop cheating ourselves by thinking I'm happy here in the material world. Understand there is no happiness here. Let me come to that level, like the gopis being able to hear the 5th note in the flute. You see. Anything else? We got a couple of minutes here, maybe. Any last questions? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. How can a neophyte devotee be a leader in his community?
How can a neophyte ever be?
Devotee.
How can a neophyte devotee?
How to become a pure devotee?
Become a pure devotee.
Yeah, it's very simple.
How can a devotee become a leader?
How can a neophyte devotee become a leader?
By example. Even by offering your obeisance, you're a leader. You see. You're showing the whole world by your example. You should bow down to Krishna. You understand? You chant japa. You're showing the world that by example, one should chant japa. You're already a world leader by chanting japa and bowing down to the deity. Now perfect your leadership by becoming absolutely pure, and then you can actually, the whole world will become attracted to follow you. You can become like Janava Mata. She was a great Vaishnava Acharya, made many disciples. You see, you can become a great Vaishnavi Acharya by becoming actually pure. You see, isn't it?
Thank
you did this. They become a great Vaishnavi Acharya by perfecting everything, the way you chant, the way you serve, everything. Perfect every minute of your 24 hours, every nanosecond of your 24 hours, perfect it. We have maybe 30 seconds left. Yes. Yes. Some newcomers, they have priority. Because you're with me every day. No. Anybody else? All right. Okay.
So Gurudev, sometimes Prabhupada says like devotee does not have any desire at all.
Devotees have no desires.
So is being a leader or like thinking of being a leader is ever a desire?
Yeah, devotees they have no desire to be a big leader. That's right. But they automatically become big leader by purity. I actually asked Prabhupada about that. He said, all material desire is zero, then think big Vaishnava. It automatically happens. You don't have to strive for being a big leader. Actually, that's a material desire to be a big leader. But if you develop pure bhakti, you're automatically a big leader. You see? That's the point. Does that make sense? One should not strive to be I want to be a GBC or whatever. No. If you have desires to be a leader, then you're not going to qualify to be a leader. If you have desire to be a perfect servant, then you're qualified to lead the whole world. That's the point. So it looks like our time is now up, 1 minute over cut. Right?
You want to continue?
All right, I continue. Is there any more questions? How about you kids? You kids don't have any questions? Are you taking this in? Or does it just go in one ear and out the other ear? Are you actually taking it into your heart? Or are you saying yes, 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 yes? But I don't remember anything because I didn't really listen. Did you remember anything about what I said? What was the best point I made in my lecture today?
You were saying that pure devotees have no.
Devotees have
Pure devotees have no desire.
no material desire? Yeah, that's very good, yeah. All material desire is zero. So let's pray for that day, you see. I know there's a very nice, in that song, Gai Gaur Madhur Sware Bhaktivinoda very nicely describes Ekano Chaitanya Pete. He says, Maya Jale Badaho Ye. You're caught up in a network of Maya, you're forced to toil fruitlessly. Ekano Chaitanya Peye Radha Madhav Nambolo Re. So now you've achieved this rare human life, now you must chant the glories of Radha Madhava. So this is a very important thing. The song Jai Madhava Madhava, Bhaktivinoda told us to sing it, and we're singing it. It's a very nice thing in our movement. And especially I like the Jamuna Tira Vanachari. I like to meditate in my mind, and I sing those lines. Just imagine, I like the Jamuna Very River. I take a bath every time I go to Vrindavan. I love bathing in Jamuna. It's so nice. But just imagine there's forests along Jamuna. Just visualize in your mind Krishna's walking Jamuna bank, wandering on the bank of the Jamuna. Just imagine if you go back 5,000 years ago and actually see Krishna wandering on the bank of the Jamuna. It's a nice thing that when you meditate on chanting Jamuna Chira Vanachadi, you see. It's a nice meditation. Just think, if I could just go back 5,000 years and see Krishna. And actually he's still going for those who have the eyes to see. For those who don't have the eyes to see, like me, we can contemplate on it, you see. Krishna wandering in the bank of Jamuna, you see. So there's so many nice ways we can connect with Krishna. If you can do any one thing in the perfect mood, whether it's washing the pot or taking out the garbage or anything you can do in Krishna's service, raising your kids, or even having sex or producing kids. Anything that we're doing, try to do it in the mood of loving service to Krishna, you see. And then Krishna can become manifest in anything. In anything we're doing, that our 24 hours a day should be in such a way that everything we do is being offered with love to Krishna. The key is bhaktya, with love, you see. I know the first verse I connected with, even before I met the devotees, Krishna says, if you offer me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. That amazed me. Because I grew up as a Christian. They never taught me that. The idea that God was some character on a huge, tall mountain, you can never really approach him. You just kind of, from a far distance, an old man with a huge beard, down to his ankles. And you pray to him for some bread or whatever. Give me some bread, my Lord. Give me my daily bread. It didn't attract me. It didn't attract me. I wasn't attracted the way I was taught about God. But then I found about Krishna. I learned it. He says, if you offer me with love and devotion a leaf and flower, fruit, I'll accept it. I went, that's amazing. I found a beautiful picture of Krishna and I put an altar. This is back in '68 in Denver. It's a young college student. And I would do that. I'd come home from work and I offer, it's like you have fruits here, I would offer some fruits to Krishna. I would chant Hare Krishna and offer some. It was an amazing thing. It was mystical. It was a mystical experience for me. How do you know God exists? Because I had a mystical experience by bowing down and offering my food to Him. That's a nice example. How do you know God exists? How do you know Krishna is God? Because I get a taste of mystical experience by worshiping Him. You see? So then I decided, well, I can't handle this Western culture. What is your career? So this is my career now. I'm going to be a mendicant in India. That's my career path. So I headed out to India. I'm renouncing the world. Everything is false. Neti, neti, deny all this material existence. But then I had an amazing realization before I made my, headed out from my parents' home to India. I said, wait a minute. Here I want to deny everything. Neti, neti. Cut, deny everything. But now I realized if I deny everything, well, denial is also something. I've cut down the whole forest with this. Now I got to throw away the hatchet also. Then I realized now I have to accept something. I have to accept something. So what I'm going to accept? World revolution. I wanted to bring a revolution on this planet. That was my choice. Instead of renouncing the world, now I must revolutionize the world. How many of you read my memoir? Anybody? You go to, one. Go to blessedwithbliss.com. You get a copy right there. Blessedwithbliss.com. So I realized, and then I headed out on a World Deliverance mission to San Francisco, and that led me to becoming a devotee. From there, I met the devotees when I got to San Francisco. First people I met was Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Devotees coming back from Harinam. They took me to the temple, and gradually it all evolved into me becoming a disciple of Prabhupada. But I realized to deny everything, like the mendicants do in India, they would deny everything. But the Mayavadis do that. But you can't, unless you deny denial, your denial is imperfect. Besides, renounce everything and become a sadhu. But if you renounce everything, renunciation is also something. So that's why you have to accept, your renunciation is imperfect unless you accept Krishna, you see. Your renunciation remains imperfect because you have to ultimately renounce renunciation, accept something transcendental, and that's Bhagavad Gita. Yes. So, any more questions, comments, corrections? Yes.
So I was wondering, when you are... Hello?
You're on. You're tuned in, yeah.
So when you are a new devotee and you are starting Krishna consciousness...
Actually, you're not really a new devotee. Because actually you've been a devotee for all of eternity, but you forgot that stuff. So now you're reviving what's already there. Go ahead.
So is it easier to pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he forgives your aparadhas and then...
Oh yes, that's why we first say, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, and then Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. By the mercy of Panchatattva, now you have access to Radha and Krishna. So that's why you always chant Panchatattva mantra. Even when you're japa, you can first chant the Panchatattva mantra before you start your japa. Through Lord Chaitanya, you have access. And what does Chaitanya teach us to chant? Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. So Lord Chaitanya wants you to chant Hare Krishna. So do it to please Lord Chaitanya. And now you have His mercy to help you do it. As Prabhupada told us in a letter, he said, Krishna makes condition, but Lord Chaitanya makes no such condition. So yes, go through Lord Chaitanya to chant Hare Krishna. Don't jump over Chaitanya's head. Go to Lord Chaitanya's feet. For his blessings, you can chant Hare Krishna. Then you'll be in good shape, Maharaji. Good shape. Anything else? Everybody satisfied now? We can end it here?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes?
You told you wanted to go to India you wanted to go to India when you thought of denials and like that.
Yeah.
But that time you were not fully surrendered to Prabhupada.
I didn't know about Krishna consciousness movement yet. I knew the Hare Krishna mantra.
So,
a friend of mine had taught me, introduced me the mantra. A non-devotee introduced me the mantra.
So why did India come to your mind? Why not any other country?
Well, Prabhupada, actually, because From what Prabhupada said, I was an Indian in my previous birth. And I took birth in the West to help Prabhupada start his movement. And I knew that because when I went to India, I felt like I was going back home. I'd return home. I was an Indian in my previous birth, and I took birth here in the West to help Prabhupada establish his movement here in the Western countries. That's why I'm here. I'm actually an Indian, but y'all. In previous birth, I was an Indian. Yeah, I'm convinced because Prabhupada said, I think you were all Indians. You took birth here to assist me. He told him one letter, so I know that applied to me also. I could understand that. Yeah. I don't know who I was, whether I was a Bengali or whatever. I don't know where in India it was. I don't remember my name or who my parents were. I don't remember all that. But I know I was an Indian in my previous birth. Yeah, I was. It's interesting. My Karmi name, Bridge. Like Bridge Basi, right? It's a different, like bridge over a river, but it's the same pronunciation as B-R-I-J. So Bridge, I like that. My Karmi name is Bridge, like Bridge Basi. Anything else?
That's all, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj, for the wonderful class and inspiring us we need to take this bhakti as so serious, and we will be example for others, and we want to be like, Maharaj wants all of us to be leaders. So please follow the bhakti serious and be an example to the others and spread this movement. We would like to hear from you more and more, Maharaj. Please come and bless us.
Yeah, I'll be happy to come back.
Yeah. Show our gratitude with a loud chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We are moving on to the next part of our program is Arati. Please raise at your places. We are doing Arati now.
Put that in the pouch.
I'll get stand. Yeah, we are.
Kartal with a longer string. Kartal with a longer string. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine
Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine
Namaste Sarasvate Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi
Brahmachari Satarine.
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Tunyavadi Pachatya Desatarine.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha,
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha,
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana,
Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana.
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha,
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha,
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana,
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana.
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha,
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha,
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana,
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana.
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha,
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha,
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana,
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana.
Jayam Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivajakacarya Ashtatarasadhi Shima, His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Tridandi Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai, Iskan Panjabacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Patita Pavana Savior of the fallen souls Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada flooding the whole material world with a tidal wave of super ecstatic Krishna Prema Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pan Panamahamsa Parivajakacharya Astitarasadhi Shimad. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Premsaka Ho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shamakund Radhakund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Navadip Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Ganga Mayi Ki Jai, Jamuna Mayi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Tusi Devi Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Gaura Premananda. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to His Divine Grace. Srila Prabhupada Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Svaminiti Namane Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashchadesha Tarvine. Madanga? You can play kartals. We'll switch. Namaste Narasingaya. Praladalada Dayane.
Praladalada Dayane.
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Shilatam kanakalaye.
Shilatam kanakalaye.
Ito natsingha parato natsingho.
Ito narsingho parato narsingho.
Yato yato yamito to natsingha.
Yato yato yamitato narsingha.
Bahir natsingho hridaye natsingho.
Prabhu Narsingha, Bali Narsingha.
Natsingha madin sharanam tapaje.
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye.
Tavakara kamalavare natham adita sindham. Dalita hiranyakashipu tanubengam. Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Avakara Kamalavare Nakam Daringam Kairanyakashipo Tanubringam Savadrita Narari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Shri Bhagavan ki jai, Shri Gurudata ki jai, Shri Radha Krishna ki jai.
Hare Krishna devotees, today's announcements on the occasion of Father's Day, Srinivas Sama Prabhu sponsored today's Sunday feast and will chant one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra for him, for his benefit. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. His Grace Vrindavan Prabhu will be giving a special class at the temple tomorrow and day after from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday and Tuesday. It is our great fortune to listen to such a wonderful senior Vaishnava. So please make sure to attend this program at temple. We are excited to announce the summer camp 2024 for kids falling in the age group of 12 to 18 years to spend their time in fun-based activities while learning spiritual activities and life skills. Tentative dates are from July 15 to 24. July 15 to July 20. For the details, please contact Radha Vinod Prabhu, Radha Raj Bihari Prabhu and Gopika Didi Mataji. The once a year Nirjala Ekadasi fasting is going to be tomorrow, Monday. If possible, please try to do complete fasting on that day or try to fast from grains and beans tomorrow.